All right, you guys, this part is we can't cross multiply because we don't have a fraction equals a fraction. So here we're going to multiply by a common denominator. So let's go, we're solving and checking our solution. So to check your solution, just make sure that we don't get an x value that gets you 0 in the denominator. So here, x can't be -3 because -3 plus 3 equals 0. So if we get x equals -3, then we say it's no solution, okay? Or we just cross it off if there's two different answers right there. Okay, so we just know that x can't be -3. Okay, so here we go. We're going to go ahead and multiply everything by the lowest common denominator to transform this equation into a polynomial equation. So here we go. Our common denominator is this x plus 3 and this 3 right there. So it's 3 times x plus 3. That's our common denominator. So I'm going to put this next to each piece, this guy, and this guy. And what this does is it gets rid of all the fraction parts and it makes it a lot easier. Okay, so there it is right there. And then right here, this x plus 3 will cancel out that x plus 3. Here, this 3 will cancel out that 3. Here, the x plus 3 will cancel out that x plus 3. So we're going to be left with 2x times 3. That's what this says right here. Okay, and then 1 times x plus 3 is here, and then over here, -6 times 3. All right, and let's multiply. This is 6x, and then multiply the 1 through, so plus x plus 3 over here equals -18. Okay, and then we'll combine like terms. We get 7x plus 3 equals -18. Now, careful when you subtract 3, you guys. A couple of my kids said today it was 15 or -15. It's not though. When -18 minus 3 is -21. So when we subtract it from -18, it's -21. Then 7 goes into -21, -3 times. Now remember, that was our one restriction. X can't equal -3. So we're going to cross that out and say that gives us, so it's no solution on this case because that was our solution right there. And it's called an extraneous solution. An extraneous solution just means it's a fancy name for a false solution. So the answer is no solution on this one. Okay, let's try another one here. All right, so our common denominator is x plus 4 and again 3. So 3 times x plus 4. So we're going to go ahead and multiply everything by 3 and then x plus 4, all of the pieces, okay? Here the x plus 4's cancel, and we're left with x times 3. Here the 3's cancel, we're left with 1 times x plus 4. Here the x plus 4's cancel, -12 times 3. Now remember, x can't be -4, so if we get -4, that's not our answer. So we got to cross it off and say, again, no solution, or if there's two answers. All right, so there it is right there. So x times 3 is 3x right there. 1 times x plus 4 is x plus 4. And then -12 times 3 is -36. Okay, so now it's 4x plus 4 equals -36. And then we're going to subtract 4. Okay, can we do it this time? -36 minus 4. All right, so you should get hopefully -40. And then 4 goes into 40 10 times. So it goes into -40 -10 times. Now, is that an okay answer right there? Yep, because it can't be -4. It can be anything else but -4. So x equals -10 is an answer right there. Now, if you want to double check, you guys, we did this in class. A student named Chad and I did this in class. -10 over -10 plus 4. -10 plus 4 is -6. So -10 over -6 is the negatives would cancel. And then so we get 10 over 6, which reduces to 5/3 right there. Okay, and then we'd add 1/3 right here. That would give us 6/3 right here. And then we plug in -10 here. -10 plus 4 again is -6. So 5/3 plus 1/3 is 6/3 here, which is 2. Here we get -12 over -6, which is still 2. So anyways, you guys, that's the long way to do it. Just make sure it's not one of them that gets you 0 in the denominator. Don't worry about what I just did right there. Okay, here, we've got to factor that denominator right there. Okay, so this denominator is n minus 11, n plus 6. Okay, so there's our common denominator, n minus 11, n plus 6. So everything's going to get 1 next to it right there, okay? So there we go. I squeezed it all in right there. Sorry, it's all squeezed in. These n minus 11s cancel. We're left with n times n plus 6. Okay, here nothing cancels, so we'll go ahead and FOIL this stuff back out, and it's going to be this inside. Remember, because that's what factored right there. Here, these guys cancel. It's going to equal 22. Okay, you with me right there? All right, now we're going to distribute this n through n squared plus 6n, and we're going to distribute this -1 through. So this is going to be -n squared plus 5n plus 66. Okay. And then remember, n can't be 11 or -6. So if we get 11 or -6, we got to cross it out, okay? All right, so here we go. Now, when we did that, now we're going to subtract n squared minus n squared. Those cancel. And then 6n plus 5n is 11n right there, okay? And then now we're going to subtract 66. That's going to get us -44. So n equals -4. Is that a safe answer, you guys? Yeah, remember, it can't be 11 or -6. So -4 is okay. All right, so that's our answer right there. All right, you guys, if you're in my class, that's your assignment. Take care.